Okay, ready?
Yep.
All right. So, we start our story on the unending ocean. Sailing across the sea, we pan down onto a ship that is rocking gently, about to head towards what looks like some thunderheads off into the distance. On the ship, you see golden filigree. You see 13 sails for a crew of 12. You see opulence like you have never seen in your life. There we go down, and we see one dragonborn glistening in the sunlight. Hair flowing through the wind, scales shining, everything immaculate. And there we meet
Miriam.
Miriam. Miriam the Dragonborn. There you hear one of the crew hands kind of yells out to the sides like, "Captain! Storm coming! Storm coming!" The captain walks down, kind of takes a look through the spyglass, looks up and sees, there's definitely some thunderheads coming into the town, or coming into over the ship. And he starts going around, "All right, everyone, need to batten down the hatches. Everybody needs to be working together. You there," and he looks to Miriam and says, "You, help the other crew hands. You're the one that charted this foolhardy adventure."
If I must.
So you begin to follow in everybody else's footsteps. You go up to some of the other people. Some of them you've known. Like one person in particular that you've found to be very friendly with you on this trip is a half orc named Devona. She very brusque character. She very short of words, but true to everything that she says so far. She kind of comes up to you and she's like, You want to help me get these sails together?"
I guess.
All right, so you guys go up to the climbing up on the mast, start going through and trying pull down things. Make a strength check for me.
Alright. 2.
So
First roll of the campaign!
as strong as you are, and you've always been one that's very proud of their skill, you're not a ship hand. This
I draw my hand back, look at my nail, I've chipped it, and I just...
Is it yours? Is it yours?
If it has sticky notes in it, then it's ours.
That's yours now. Okay.
What's
well, Devona picks up the slack and she kind of gives you just a dirty look as she hoists up the mast and says, whatever, and then you guys slowly keep going down the line. It takes you probably 40 minutes longer than you should have because those nails, you don't want to damage those nails.
Yeah, I just got them manicured, yesterday.
Okay, then while this is going on, we pan down further deep into the ship. You feel a gentle rocking, and let's see, Sylvius, you've been seasick for a good portion of this thing. Ships have never been your forte, but the little cubby that you found underneath this ship and kind of fortified for yourself these past weeks as you've been traveling, you're sick of this place. You're sick of the dark. You're sick of just being on this godforsaken ship. You don't know when this ride is going to be over. You've burned through all your rations. You've burned through all your water. Right now, all you can think of is just, I need something from the kitchens. What do you do?
Oh. So I'm hiding in a little nook.
All you see around you, and you've become very, very accustomed to your surroundings. There's a couple of barrels, a couple of crates. Every time some of the guards walk by and kind of check in there's not much foot traffic on this ship. You get the feeling that this ship was much larger than the crew and what was being transferred really necessitated.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try and sneak... How far are the kitchens from where I am? Do I know?
You've never even left this room this entire trip.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try I'm trying to imagine. So am I like in the main ship hold?
You're basically in the hold. There's a couple of rooms. There's a door that you entered in here. When you snuck onto the ship, you hid in some crates and you've kind of like opened up one of them. You've rummaged around in a few. All you really see are just a couple of really nice furniture. Some nice linen. Nothing useful in your situation at all.
I'm not gonna try to go through the door I came in on. I'm just gonna kind of start sneaking around behind the barrels and stuff, trying to like see what's at either end.
Okay, roll a investigation check for me.
Investigation. I don't have anything for that. Rolled 19.
19?
Mhm.
Okay. So, again, you peek through some of the crates and some of the barrels that you've never looked in before, and you're definitely getting the feeling that whoever chartered this ship has lived a life of luxury, but just some of the items that are on this ship, why would you need to take this from one continent to another? You could have bought more once you got there.
Gotcha.
But you find no food, you find nothing of use to you in your situation currently.
And there's no door, like no other doorways or other rooms?
It's
Okay.
basically just the hold is basically like a pull-down ladder situation.
Oh, shit. Well, guess I don't really have much choice. I'm gonna try and climb up there.
Okay. So you go up to the door?
Yeah.
You notice that there is a lock. It's pretty rudimentary, and it doesn't look like it'd be too difficult for you to pop open. I'm going to have you do a strength check.
19.
19? Okay. So you maybe bend the lock a little bit. Actually, we'll do a dexterity check. Do a dexterity check on top of that.
That would be 14 plus 2, that's 16.
Okay, so you don't mangle the situation too badly, but picking locks really isn't your forte. You manage to creak the door open. You come out the top. You peek around. It's the ship seems really empty for how big this ship is. You open up the door. You kind of get the sense that there's a couple of just more storage to the left and right. It's this long corridor, and at the end you kind of see these lightly lit cargo area. What do you do?
Start walking towards the cargo area.
Okay.
For the other rooms, are there doors closed, or is it just like archways kind of deal?
It's some are open, some are closed. You
As I'm walking, I'm gonna kind of look in the
kind of be
ones that are
looking at
open.
it. Make an investigation check for me.
6.
Okay, so the ship's not rocking too bad, but I mean, it's kind of throwing you off a little bit. You're going down the corridors and you're peeking in each door. Quick glances aren't really giving anything away. Most of these rooms don't even look like they're being used currently. But you come to the end of the hallway there, and there's a door in front of you.
Alright. I listen at the door to see if I can hear people on the other side.
Okay. Roll another investigation.
17.
17. You sit there for maybe 5 minutes. You hear some light clinking, a couple of things being rattled around a little bit, but you're not really hearing a whole lot of movement. You're not hearing any talking. It sounds just like the general rocking of the ship.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. So you open the door. It's unlocked. You go in there, and you have found the galley. So what do you do?
Start looking for fruits, vegetables, that kind of thing.
Okay. So you find a couple of fruits and vegetables. It's pretty sparse. This has been a long journey, and there hasn't really been any, stops at anything at this point. It just seems pretty steadily going on there. All right, so you're going to be digging through that for a while. As you're up on the top of the deck, the captain starts yelling, all right, all the masts are settled. Everyone below decks, go get some grub. We've barely got time before this storm hits, and everyone needs to be ready. Roll a perception check, David.
Oh, perception. What's a 12 plus 15?
You hear faintly through the creaking of the ship, just like, down, galley, landlubbers, general profanities, like, you get the feeling the few people that you've seen and heard while you've been tucked away on the ship, like, there's some movement going on from above deck, and that might be why this area is a lot more uninhabited than you're used to. So what do you do?
How large is the galley?
I'd say it's about the size of this room. It's kind of not too big, not too small. This ship's much larger than what was necessary.
It's not subtle at all.
It also sounds a little like farting.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're still kind of far away, though, from what I can tell.
From what you can tell, these orders are just being said.
Okay. I'm gonna try and rush out and hide in one of the side rooms.
Okay, so you're just going right out from where you came?
Basically just armed full of food. Run and hide.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me.
Apple, you have now.
19.
19? Okay. So you whip around into these into one of these side rooms, and you just you channel your inner just like rogue. You hide behind the beds, throw the covers over, tuck away anything that's bright and shiny, and you slowly start munching on a cracker.
Very quietly.
Very quietly. So you
Dissolve on your tongue.
Obviously, I'm in front of everybody going down to the galley.
So Miriam, leading this pack, roll, do just a straight intelligence check.
Oh, that's not my forte.
Oh, no.
That's a 12 minus 1, so I got 11.
So maybe the Star Destroyer battleship wasn't the correct purchase for this voyage, because